everybody. Welcome into another edition of Give Me Five. I am Kendall Smith, joined by a very special guest today, one of the newest commits in the class of 2022 for the University of South Carolina. It is Daniel Lester. He is a kicker out of Sun Lake High School in Land O'Lakes, Florida. First of all, Daniel, congratulations on committing to South Carolina. How does it feel to officially be a Gamecock?
It feels amazing.
Yeah, just one word, amazing, sums it up perfectly. And your journey, actually, to getting to South Carolina, to becoming a kicker, was not one that was really linear. I was reading an article about you the other day when you first started playing football. You played linebacker, you played tight end, you're also into soccer as well. So kind of take me through your journey of how you've gotten to this point in your career.
So I played soccer all my life. Ever since I was really little, my dad always had a soccer ball at my feet. That was his thing when he was young. And I think I was in 7th grade, and one of my buddies was like, "Hey, you should try out for football." And I was like, "Nah, man, it's not my thing." So I waited till the next year, and he was like, "Man, please, like, I'll try out for soccer if you try out for football." So I was like, "All right." And I was always a big kid. Like, I haven't grown since, like, 8th grade. So, I mean, I was 6'2", 200 pounds in 8th grade. So I went out at linebacker and tight end. So I played linebacker until my junior year. And then, like, right when quarantine started, my soccer coach, he kicked in the NFL. His name is Martin Gramatica. And he was like, "Hey, man, you got the work ethic. I think you should try kicking." So I was like, I don't know. And he was like, "No, you're going to try it. It's not really an option." So I was like, "All right, cool, I'll try it." And the first time I kicked, I remember I was terrible. And I was kicking in front of a guy that used to kick in the NFL, someone that won a Super Bowl. So I was like, dang. Like, it was a really humbling moment. It was sad, kind of. And then I just kept training with him a couple times out of the week. And then I went to a corn blue kicking showcase in Miami in July. And then that's when I'd say, like, I really started focusing on it. And then I got ranked a 5-star, and it really just went uphill from there. At mid-December, Coach Lembo reached out to me, and then when he gave me the call, giving me an offer, I committed before the call was over.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy that back in July, you really started getting serious about kicking, and then fast forward just not even a year later, and you're committed to the University of South Carolina. That's very impressive. I don't think I've really heard a story like that ever before in my reporting career. So again, congratulations on committing to South Carolina. Now, we talked about it a little bit earlier. You are from the state of Florida, and getting into some of the more fun questions here on Give Me Five. There's a lot to do in the state of Florida, a lot of destinations to visit. So Daniel, being a local, what is the best place for people to visit in Florida?
I'd say the best place I've ever been in Florida, obviously the Keys is nice, but I think Boca is the nicest place to be.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I've never been, so maybe I'll have to go check it out.
I have an aunt that has a condo. It's on like the 50th floor. And it's amazing. It's beautiful. Oh, it's a wealthy area, so everything's so nice. I think Boca is definitely the place to be in Florida.
Wow, well, you heard it right there, everybody, from the Sunshine State local himself. Boca is the place to be. Now, you moved to Florida when you were 10 years old. You were telling me before we clicked record. And prior to that, you lived in a state very different from Florida, up in New York. So yeah. I have to ask, because I am a big pizza fan, New York pizza or Chicago-style deep dish pizza?
Oh, New York. Like, there's no, like, it's just so different. It's just way better. I mean, even now, like, when we go up to New York, all we do is eat pizza, bagels, like, stuff like that. Like, you just miss it.
Yeah. I think when you come to South Carolina, I mean, you're probably used to this in Florida as well, but my roommate is from New York, and she's like, the pizza and the bagels down here, just don't cut it. They're not the same as they are in New York.
No, we have a place right down the road from where I live now, and it's a bagel place. And when I go in there, the people are from New York. So they get, like, all their stuff imported from New York. So it's, like, the same. But if you go anywhere else, it's just it's horrendous. It's terrible.
You know what? I will have to go up to New York sometime soon and try a bagel there, because I've never had a bagel from New York. And everybody just says they're the best. But Daniel, staying on the topic of food, this is a staple question here on Give Me Five. I have asked every single one of your future teammates who have been on the show, do you like any weird food combinations that people would think are bizarre?
I don't know if it's weird, but I mean, like, I have never seen anybody else eat it.
Okay.
So when I get a sandwich, like if I'm like I go to Publix. Do they have Publix in South
Yes.
Carolina?
Yep.
So when I go to Publix, I get a buffalo, like a chicken tender sub,
Okay.
and I get jalapenos on it, everything on it.
Yeah.
I get avocados and mustard on top of the avocados.
Ooh, okay. Mustard and avocados and then spicy jalapenos.
Yeah, like,
Interesting combo.
you got to try it. I mean, it looks nasty, but you got to try it.
You know what? I'll take your word for it. I will definitely give it a try here shortly, along with all of the other food combinations.
I've only had it one time,
Okay.
and it was earlier today.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, that's
And
great timing.
it was amazing, but I was in the bathroom for a very long time before the call.
TMI here on Give Me Five. Daniel, switching back to your kicking, it's like a full-time job. I mean, you are always practicing, constantly working to get better and better. But one day, hopefully a long time from now, when your football career is over, do you have another job or like a dream working situation that you would like to be in someday?
I really don't. My whole life, up until like July, I always thought I was going to go to college for soccer, and I had never planned after that. I had never even planned what I wanted to major in, anything like that. And then once I got into football, it was just like football was on my mind the whole time. I mean, I wake up at like 4:30, I work out, and then I leave school after 11, and then I go to the fields and I kick. And then the rest of the day, I'm just like working out, like stretching, doing all the stuff, homework. So I never even thought about like a job. Like I've never had a job before. I say like my mom says that kicking is my job. Like it's a full-time job. I mean, it's just gonna get crazy in college too.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it will be absolutely crazy in college. I always say being a college athlete is literally like a full-time job. You said you stretch. Do you ever do yoga?
No, I don't. I wanted to. My friend wanted to take me to goat yoga, and I was like, yeah, no.
Oh, yes, you have to try. They actually do it here at South Carolina sometimes. So when you come, you can try goat yoga, get a nice little stretch. Hopefully it'll help with your kicking too. Daniel, if you had a walk-up song for when you go out to kick, like baseball players do when they go to the plate, what would your walk-up song be?
I listen to country.
Yeah.
I like Luke Combs. I like, One Too Many.
Yes.
I love that song, so probably that.
Okay, Luke Combs, if you hear this, shout out to you. Daniel would have your song be his walk-up song for kicking. Daniel, throughout this recruitment process, I know it has been crazy. What have you learned about yourself?
That I get stressed out very easily. I would say this past couple months was the most stressful time of my life.
Okay. I like the honesty.
But I would say that, like, it's also been the best time of my life, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, since he gave me the call, since Coach Lembo called me and offered me, I'd say, like, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
That's awesome.
Like, it's just, like, all the hard work that I've done, like, the countless hours, the minimal sleep that I've got, everything is just, like, falling into place, and I'm just getting where I want it to be.
Waking up at 4:30 in the morning, totally worth it now because you are committed to the University of South Carolina. And that is commitment right there. 4:30, that is brutal, but I give you a big round of applause for being able to do that day in and day out. Now, for South Carolina fans watching this show right now, there is a player, and I know you know him, and Parker White, who played for South Carolina, who is one of the Gamecock greats. And he's leaving the program. You're coming in. You're going to be the new blood in the South Carolina program. What do you hope to bring to the table for Gamecock Nation and for this Gamecock football team?
I hope to bring everything that Parker did and more. I mean, I watched him play. I watched every single game, and every single time he kicked the ball, it just amazed me. and I want to be just like that. I want to grow to be even better than that.
There you go. Well, you heard it from Daniel himself, one of the newest commits from the class of 2022 to the University of South Carolina football team. Daniel, thank you so much for joining me on Give Me Five. It was a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. I'm Kendall Smith. He's Daniel Lester. This has been Give Me Five, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.